What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we will be going over my top 15 free agents on the market. Before we get into that, I want to make sure that you guys are liking this video, sharing it with any baseball fans that you may know, because right now we are going through it with barely any news. Of course, you got a bunch of speculation over who's going to sign who, and it's just getting kind of old, and we just need it to end. Uh, and we got some words. Oh, damn! Oh my goodness. Okay, we got our first comment of the night coming in from Healing the Mental. My boy Dave. Yankees suck. I mean, okay, if that's how you feeling tonight. And then he says, "Let's go BWT." Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Um, yeah, make sure you are liking this video, sharing with any baseball fans that you may know, and also subscribe to the network. We got a lot of content coming out during the off season to keep you in the loop of who signs where and all that. I got predictions. I've got grades coming out for every team in the MLB. We're gonna go by divisions. That'll start up probably in the next week or two, and yeah, and some other things I got planned. I got some guests that have been asking to come on, so we're gonna set that up and give you guys some good content during this off season heading into next year. Before we get started tonight, I want to make sure that you guys are also subscribed to the rest of the Refuse to Lose community. We've got plenty of shows that cover all sports. We got CTC, Call Talking College. He gives you everything you need to know about college basketball and college football. Got RBO, Real Ballers Only with Vaughn. It's an NBA show. He covers everything NBA related. In the red corner with Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. That is a boxing show. They are one of the fastest growing networks or shows on the network. So make sure you guys don't miss out on them. They give some great content. We've got Kings Talk with Joe Jordan, Sacramento Kings fan, gives you everything you need to know about the Sacramento Kings. He goes live after every game, or at least he tries to because he's on the East Coast and those Sacramento games start at like 10. So if he doesn't go live right after the game, he will go live the next day, recapping the game, giving you his thoughts and stuff like that. We got Dave's Doghouse from my boy Hailing the Mental, as you see. He gives you the dogs if you are playing extremely well during that week. He puts you in the dog yard, roaming around the yard. And then if you play bad or if you do something crazy during that week, you are in the doghouse with no food, no water, so by yourself. Make sure you tune into that show. He goes live weekly, time TBD, but I know he has an episode coming out tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So make sure you tune into that. We've got Unfazed, that is, yep, he just confirmed right here, tomorrow 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we got Unfazed with Joe and AJ. They go back and forth. We got a Commanders fan and an Eagles fan. We got a Kings fan and a Lakers fan. So you will get some great debates out of these guys. Two of probably the top tier debaters in the Refuse to Lose community. They host their own show Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you tune into that. And can't forget Coach FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. Gives you everything you need to know fantasy football related. We are getting into the last week of the regular season. If you need to know who to start or who to bench or who to add, who to cut for this last week, potential playoffs, on the line. Make sure you tune in to that show. He will give you all the information that you need to know. We got another comment coming in from Daniel, big supporter of the Refuse to Lose community. What's up, everybody? What's up, Daniel? Thanks for tuning in. And then, of course, we've got the main show, Refuse to Lose. That's with Joe, Dave, and Tomo. They go live every Tuesday and Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's what started this all, and now we all uh, collectively give you guys everything that you need to know in the sports world. The Refuse to Lose show is basically the sports center of the network, gives you all sports news over their time on air. Um, they usually go live for an hour and a half, so make sure you tune in. Again, subscribe, click the link in the bio. All the links of the shows are in there, so make sure you tune in. We get into free agents in the MLB. The year did not end how my team was supposed to end it, but we are here. There's a couple free agents on the Yankees that made this list, and we start with number 15, Gleyber Torres. He's 28 years old. He batted 257 with 15 home runs and 63 RBIs in 2024. His career numbers are he's batting 265 with 138 home runs and 441 RBIs. I think Gleyber Torres is a good fit for a team that needs offense. If you're looking for defense, Gleyber Torres is not your guy. If you are new here, make sure you tune into my previous shorts or any episodes that you may tune into. And I let Gleyber Torres have it for all of the mishaps on the defensive side of the ball. He plays too nonchalant for my liking. Um, on defense, on offense, he really stepped up this year. It was a contract year, so he had to in order to get a payday. And I'm gonna go ahead and predict that he signs with the Seattle Mariners this upcoming season. The reason why I say that is because they have one of the best pitching rotations in the game, and they lost so many one-run games or two-run games that they should have won. Right? Right now they have Jorge Polanco at second base. I feel like they can probably move him over to third or put Glaber to third. Uh, give Glaber some less time to react, right? So he doesn't have time to be nonchalant. It's got to be quick reactions. I honestly would not hate that idea at all because his arm, it's a pretty good arm. So I feel like he can make the throws over from third base. But again, I see Gleyber Torres signing with the Seattle Mariners. At number 14, we got Ha-Seong Kim, 29 years old. Uh, his former team was the San Diego Padres. He opted out of that contract. He batted 233 with 11 home runs and 47 RBIs in 2024. It was cut short due to injury, but for his career, he's a 242 hitter with 47 home runs and 200 RBIs. He's been in the MLB since 2021 after playing in Korea. He is a great shortstop. He flashes offensively, right? Last year, I feel like he really took a leap on the offensive side of the ball. His swing looked great. He looked like he was finding his groove, and then the injury bug got to him. Um, I see him signing with. Damn, this one's tough. Um, but I see him signing with the Mets. Ha-Seong Kim to the Mets. Gives them a good piece up the middle to help Lindor out. He is a shortstop, but he can also play second base. That'll move McNeil out of that position, but I feel like Ha-Seong Kim is a better option than Jeff McNeil at this point in Jeff McNeil's career. Again, great bat to ball skills from Kim and a solid glove. And that would just be ridiculous up the middle with Lindor and Ha-Seong Kim turning double plays. We've got number 13, Teoscar Hernandez, 32 years old. He batted 272 with 33 home runs and 99 RBIs in 2024. And he is a career 263 hitter with 192 home runs and 572 RBIs. He had an amazing career, amazing season. He topped it off with winning the World Series, of course, but all year he stepped up. He stepped up to the plate and took care of business. Career numbers in home runs and RBIs. So for him to come out in a contract year and be able to do that, it again forces these owners to go out and pay this man. And plays a great defense as well. He's got a plus arm over in the left. He can hit for power. He was recently on the Blue Jays where he started his career, and then he went over to the Mariners for a year, then got traded to the Dodgers where he eventually was able to capture the World Series championship. I see him signing with the Braves. The Braves recently traded Jorge Soler, which was a big bat in their offense. And I feel like they go out and replace it with Teoscar Hernandez to give Acuna and Riley and Olson and Albies and Sean Murphy and Michael Harris some help. They traded for Jared Kelenic last season, but universal DH. Why can't Teoscar just hit? I would make the deal if that was me. If I was running the Braves, I would definitely have Teoscar Hernandez on the other line. Then at number 12, we got Jerkson Profar, 32 years old, potential comeback player of the year. He was definitely a finalist in my eyes. He batted 280 with 24 home runs, 85 RBIs in 2024. Uh, he is a career 245 hitter with 111 home runs and 44 RBIs. Again, for him, contract year, he goes out and puts up career numbers uh, in the home run and RBI categories. And again, this dude is a utility guy, switch hitter. He plays great defense, plus arm. Um, oh wow, nice, love that. Um, we got a couple comments coming in. We got Jeremy Poloni, appreciate you tuning in. He says preach, and then we got Dave with an update from the college basketball world. Kansas loses. Down goes number one. Creighton Blue Jays knock them out. Nice. Gotta love it. But back to Jerks and Profar. He can play all of the outfield positions, and again, he's a switch hitter. He's got some speed, and I love the way he plays the game. Um, I got him re-signing with the Padres. I don't see the Padres moving on from him or letting him sign to another team just because of the the flair that he brings to the game, and that's kind of the Padres team identity, right? They've got a lot of guys that like Tatis and Machado, who just bring out a lot of intensity, and they play the game a different way that a lot of players they can't, right? They can't. So Profar signs back with the Padres. Jeremy says my franchise has him staying here. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes MLB The Show can put out some crazy contracts. I was on social media this like 2 hours ago, and Dave actually shared it in the baseball chat. The Marlins signed who was it? Oh, the Marlins signed Juan Soto to a $343 million contract. It's like, bro, come on, he's not going to the Marlins. That's insane. Um, we got Miami Heat Zone in the house. Appreciate you, man. You're not gonna like my team, but for the time being, we'll leave that over there. Appreciate you tuning in and subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Dave, yeah, it was great. Yeah. Yeah, insane, man. Insane. And then we go to number 11 on the list, Sean Mania, 33 years old, bounce back year for Sean. Um, 12 and 6, 3.47 ERA, 100 and 181.2 innings pitched with 184 strikeouts in 2024. And then his career numbers are 77 and 62 with a 4.0 ERA, with 1,184 innings pitched and 1,109 strikeouts in his career. Sean Manaea, he stepped up big time for the Mets later on in the year. He discovered a different arm slot when he was watching video of Chris Sale, and how Chris Sale just dipped his arm a little bit in his pitching mechanics, and that just made his pitches more effective. And when Sean Manaea did it, he also moved on the rubber, and that helped him a lot. He was dominant towards the last half of the season, and it carried over in the playoffs. I got, man, I don't, I don't think he leaves the Mets. I do not think he leaves the Mets. He's proven that he can pitch in New York, and what more do you want? Like postseason, and then down the stretch and leading into the postseason, he was able to pitch in high intensity environments. Right? Granted, it's not the Bronx, but it's Queens. Right? You got people expecting so much from the Mets. And what's the saying known across all of baseball? The Mets will Met. The Mets just ran into the Dodgers this year, in my opinion. They were playing some great baseball down the stretch. They turned around a horrific start. Horrific. It was terrible the way they started off the season. They had their commentators just bashing them and stuff like that during the games. It was insane. We got Dave informing the people that I am a Celtics fan. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Thanks for the dub the other night. We go to number 10 on the list, Nathan Eovaldi, 35 years old, 12 and 8 with a 3.8 ERA, 170.2 innings pitched, 166 strikeouts in 2024, 91 and 81 with a 4.07 ERA, and 1,572 innings pitched with 1,358 strikeouts in his career. He has bounced back from two Tommy Johns. He went out 2 years ago when the Rangers uh, went out and spent crazy money. They went and got Seager. They went and got DeGrom. They went and got Eovaldi. And Eovaldi stepped up big time when DeGrom went down with yet another injury. I really hope that DeGrom can bounce back. If you're a betting dude, put your money on DeGrom for comeback player of the year. You heard it here first. Uh, but Eovaldi, man, this dude's got some electric stuff. I've heard his name bounced around everywhere. But I think he signs with the Philadelphia Phillies. The reason why I say that is because I see the Phillies making a trade somewhere along the line that they might have to let go of one of their starting pitchers, right? Um, and I think Eovaldi, he's proven again that he can go out and pitch in high intensity environments, right? Philadelphia is one of the craziest sports cities in America. Um, and that's what they need. They need a third guy. They need a third guy. They can't keep relying on Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola because Ranger Suarez poops the bed. He pooped the bed in the playoffs. Christopher Sanchez pooped the bed in the playoffs. Like they need a third guy. They need a third guy. It's just that simple. Jeremy says go C's, yes sir. And then I saw him going to the Brewers or the Orioles. Those would also be some good fits for him as well. I don't want to see him with the Orioles because that means that we gotta play him as the Yankees, and I don't want that. Keep him over there. Um, so yeah, I think the Phillies go out and sign Nathan Eovaldi. For number 9 on the list, we've got Shane Bieber, 30 years old, coming off of a bad injury. It just sucks. He was coming off of a Cy Young. Last year, he was 2-0 with a 0.0 ERA in 12 innings pitched with 20 strikeouts in 2024. For his career, he's 62 and 32, 3.22 ERA with 843 innings pitched and 958 strikeouts in his career. This dude is a certified ace. Certified ace. This dude can go out there and give you wins every fifth day. So who do I see him going to? The Detroit Tigers. Carl, if you're watching, I think you guys get a number 2 guy and you don't have to go and rely on that rotation start for the fifth day in the rotation. Or not the rotation start, the bullpen game. Um, I see Shane going to the Tigers, man. The Tigers, they had some great magic going into the playoffs, and they were one game away. I feel like if they had one more solid arm, he, well, they would have been able to bounce the Guardians, and they would have played the Yankees in the American League Championship Series. Probably would have been the same result, but that's just my Yankee fan them talking. Um, but yeah, Shane Bieber goes to the Tigers in free agency. Uh, Jeremy's got a prediction. Bieber to the Rays on a 1 year to get traded at the deadline to Philly. Ooh, who would the Phillies trade for Shane Bieber though? It's got to be some prospects, if anything, because I don't see them getting rid of any key pieces of that team. I've heard Alec Boehm's name being floated around everywhere, but that's all. That's all. Um, and then he says prospects. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. And the Rays love prospects. So I don't hate that at all. But I still got him going to the Tigers. I think they need to make that call and make it happen. And number 8 on the list, we got Christian Walker, another one of Carl's boys. 34 years old. He batted 251 with 26 home runs and 84 RBIs in 2024. He is a career 250 hitter with 147 RBIs, 147 home runs, and 443 RBIs. He is an elite defender over at first base. He can hit for average, he can hit for power. Last year, he was hurt a little bit, but he absolutely destroyed Dodger pitching. Um, so who do I have him going to? Who needs a first baseman that's elite at defense? Who needs a first baseman who crushes the Dodgers? Hmm. The New York Yankees. You got it right. Rizzo walks in free agency. Rizzo walks in free agency, right? The Yankees go out and acquire Christian Walker to solidify a corner spot with a Gold Glover. Can't get can't get wrong with that. Pair him up with Aaron Judge and the others in that lineup. Looking scary. Looking scary. Christian Walker to the Yankees. Carl, you might hate it, you might love it, but that's where I'm going with it. And then for number 7, we've got Tanner Scott, 30 years old. He is a relief guy. He's 9-6. He went 9-6 last year with a 1.75 ERA and 72 innings pitched with 84 strikeouts. In 2024, his career numbers are 31-24 with a 3.56 ERA and 368.2 innings pitched and 486 strikeouts. Tanner Scott started the year off in Miami. Uh, there was a situation where there's a runner on second. He looks back to the guy to check him, and he just takes off. But what does he do? Stays calm, cool, and collected. Throws strike 3 and simply just walks off the mound. I think that is one of the coolest videos that you're gonna see while watching a Marlins game. Um, but where does he sign? I see him signing to the New York Mets. Tanner Scott to the Mets. They need bullpen help. You need to get lefties out. And this guy is one of the best. He goes against Shohei Ohtani and he gets him out almost every time. His numbers are incredible. For him to post a 1.75 ERA while playing for the Marlins is pretty impressive. He had 84 strikeouts. His strike his strikeout to walk ratio has to be great because he has great command of the strike zone and he's got swing and miss stuff. If you're getting Shohei Ohtani out, you've got some good stuff. So Tim Scott to the Mets. At number 6, we've got Willie Adames. He's 29. He batted 251 with 32 home runs, 112 RBIs in 2024. His career numbers are 248 average with 150 home runs and 472 RBIs. Man, this dude went out there and put up some numbers in Milwaukee. It would be crazy for them to let him walk without offering him a crazy extension or a new deal, right? Just because of what he did last year. Career numbers while playing shortstop, primetime position. I've got him going to the Houston Astros. As much as I hate it, just because that would boost them up, but I've got them going out and getting Willie Adames to play in Houston because they've got a free agent that I'm about to talk about that will be signing somewhere else. And then we go to number 5. Number 5, I've got a 5A and a 5B because it was very tough to put these players out of the top 5. It's actually the same way for 4 and 5. So For player 5A, we got Pete Alonso, 30 years old, batted 240, 34 home runs with 88 RBIs last year. He's a career 249 hitter with 226 home runs and 586 RBIs. Another great defender. Last year, he helped out the infielders a ton, right? He had the highest percentage of picked baseballs in all of baseball. All of MLB, Pete Alonso was at the top of the list. That's why I was a bit confused that he wasn't even a Gold Glove finalist this year, but it happens. There were other people on that team, on that New York Mets infield, that should have gotten a Gold Glove, but they didn't. And that's a topic for another video because sometimes these voters just don't understand the game. Um, the Mets would be absolutely insane to let Pete Alonso walk. He is the heart of that team, right? I would say heart and soul, but Francisco Lindor is the soul of that team, man. Um, but Pete Alonso is the heart of that team. He's came up through their system and he provides a great bat in that lineup. And I think he stays in Queens for next year. For player B, we got Max Fried, 30 years old, 11 and 10 last year with a 3.25 ERA, 174.1 innings pitched, and 166 strikeouts. His career numbers are 73 and 36 with a 3.07 ERA, 884.1 innings pitched with 863 strikeouts. This dude can pitch. The only thing about him is his health. Where do I see him going? I see Max Fried going to the Boston Red Sox. I think they go out and try to contend with the big bad Yankees because the Yankees got an incredible lineup. They will have an incredible lineup after free agency is done. What's the best way to compete with that? An ace. He wasn't the ace with the Braves because of Spencer Strider, but he is a solid 2-3 guy in the rotation. He will definitely be an ace in Boston, and that's one thing that the Red Sox are missing at this point in time. So, Max Fried to the Red Sox. At 4A, I've got Anthony Santander, 30 years old, 235 batting average last year, 44 home runs, 102 RBIs. He's a career 246 hitter with 155 home runs and 435 RBIs. He put up crazy numbers this year. Silver Slugger, right? Was a second team, all team MLB this year. Had a great season. Guys, if you're up for a contract, go out and ball. Go out and ball. It's what have you done for me lately? And Santander was in the running for home run leader, in the running for RBI leader, like all year. Of course, Judge ran away with that, but for him to be even in contention with that while being a switch hitter, having to hit both sides of the plate is incredible for an offense. I don't think the Orioles let him walk. He is great. He's a great hitter. He can play B plus defense around there, out and right. And they have that short wall in right field, so he's pretty accustomed to it. And I see them going out and giving him the bag to stay in Baltimore. to really just continue to help that offense out with all the young guys that they have in that lineup. 4B, got my boy Alex Bregman, 31 years old. He batted 260 last year with 26 home runs, 75 RBIs. He's a career 272 hitter with 191 home runs and 663 RBIs. His RBIs are low because he bats behind Yordan Alvarez. You're not going to get many RBI opportunities with him batting in front of you. If he hits a double, you got to smoke a ball for him to score because he's not that fast, right? And then if there's guys in front of him, he's normally going to hit them in. But Alex Bregman provides a great glove at third base. He provides a great bat at the plate. Where's he playing next year? The Detroit Tigers. Yeah, I said it. They, again, were on the cusp of something great last year after that amazing run. They need a couple pieces. They go out and get Shane Bieber. They go out and get Alex Bregman to really boost them in the upcoming season. I could be wrong, but I also could be right. Alex Bregman to Detroit. Number 3 on the list is the one, the only Roki Sasaki. This dude's incredible. He pitches in Japan for the last 3-4 years. He wins MVP. He wins their version of Cy Young. He throws perfect games. He throws no hitters. He strikes everybody out. He is the hottest player on the international side of the board. People have been tracking him for the last 2 years, just waiting for him to get posted. He's finally posted, finally able to see what he can do. He played in the World Baseball Classic. He's an ace on the World Baseball Classic team that has Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's all you gotta know, right? Ohtani, we all know what he does on the mound. Yamamoto, we saw what he was able to do in the postseason and when he was healthy during the regular season. You're telling me there's a guy that's better than that? That's crazy. It's just crazy. This dude is going to come out here and destroy MLB hitters. I've watched videos of his pitching movements and his pitching arsenal, and it is absolutely disgusting. Good luck to any hitter that has to go up against that. Who's signing him? The San Diego Padres. What is a better way to keep that little rivalry going other than signing Roki Sasaki to go up against Shohei Ohtani or a Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound? That sells tickets. It sells tickets in the United States, in Japan. You saw all the people waking up at Japan time to watch the World Series. You saw them all watching the World Baseball Classic, following Shohei Ohtani throughout his historic season. You think they're not gonna do that when Sasaki and Yamamoto are going up against each other? With Sasaki going up against Ohtani? It's ridiculous. You want to put up numbers, Padres? Go get Sasaki. Number 2 on the list, Corbin Burns. Dude's nasty. Dude's a stud. Dude's an ace. Kind of guy you don't want to get rid of. 30 years old. Last year he was 15-9 with a 2.92 ERA, 194.1 innings pitched with 181 strikeouts last year. 60-36 on his career with a 3.19 ERA, 903.2 innings pitched, 1,051 strikeouts in his career. This dude's pitch arsenal is disgusting. 5 pitches, nothing flat. He knows how to pitch. He knows how to get hitters out. He's great. Dude is great. Where does he go next year? The San Francisco Giants. The Giants, they got Logan Webb. They're going to match him up with Corbin Burns. The offense that the Giants got, they were in contention for a little bit last year. Who doesn't want to go out and pitch in beautiful weather out in San Francisco? Pitcher's ballpark. I mean, come on. It just makes too much sense. It just makes too much sense. For me, at least. Corbin Burns to the Giants. And number one shouldn't come to anybody's surprise. The generational Juan Soto. 26 years old. He batted 288 last year, putting up career best of 41 home runs and 109 RBIs. His career average is a 285 with 201 home runs and 592 RBIs. And I don't think I gotta tell you who he's signing to. All these reports over Thanksgiving. Oh, he's coming to the Red Sox. David Ortiz is talking to him. Pedro Martinez, Rafael Devers. Shut up. He ain't coming to Boston. He's going to stay in the Bronx. You gotta be crazy. Your first year, matched up with Aaron Judge. You guys both put up crazy numbers. You are 2, 3 games away from winning a championship. And the way that he sat in the dugout with his helmet and his batting gloves on after the Dodgers got the last out of the World Series, watched him celebrate, the last guy in the clubhouse. Yes, he said what he had to say after everything was done. But I mean, dude, you really thought he was going to say something else? You think Scott Boras didn't go out and tell him, hey, this is what you have to say after the last out of the World Series? Because they're going to ask you, where are you going to play next year? I mean, he's trained. Scott Boras has been in the game forever. Changed the game with Alex Rodriguez's contract. Last year, he held out a little too long with Snell and Montgomery. Montgomery got screwed. But look at what Snell did. Went over to the Dodgers. Got the bag. More deferred money. Whatever. Again, Scott Boras knows what he's doing. He's sitting down with his clients and telling them exactly what to say when these reporters are asking them these dumb questions. Like, it's just the fact that people were really surprised at his response and saying, oh, the 32 teams. Obviously, obviously he's going to hear out from 32 teams. Is he going to consider 32 teams? Hell no. He's only considering the few that are going to go over the number. There's a couple people that are over that number right now. There's talks that he's going to sign before winter meetings, which start in a couple weeks. So this Juan Soto saga is going to come to an end. And then everything else will just fall into place. Juan Soto is holding up the market because he's going to get a crazy contract. I've been saying it. It's gonna be up there in the 625 to $640 million range. The dude is nasty, and he's 26 years old. Say what you want to say about his defense. He was a Gold Glove nominee this year. The most putouts in the MLB. second most, behind Miguel Andujar, and I believe he was tied with Andujar, and Duran from the Red Sox was number one. Um, and then to put up these crazy numbers, man. I mean, Juan Soto is incredible. One of the best hitters in the game right now. Why would he want to leave another one of the best hitters in the game with Judge? That handshake they got is electric. You think they're going to leave each other? No. Juan Soto back in the Bronx. Let's go over to the comments. We're making that $10 bet again. Refresh my memory. I'm a gambling man, dude. I'm down. I don't even know what the bet is, but let's do it. Let's do it. And then King's Talk with Joe Jordan. What's up, Joe? He says, what's up, Teddy? What's up, Joe? Thanks for tuning in, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Joe's channel. Again, like I said earlier in the show, Sacramento Kings fan, gives you everything you need to know about him. Um, if he goes back to the Bronx, okay, okay, okay. Let's do it. Bet, bet. Let's do it. Let's do it. I already got another bet with a kid that I coach. A jersey's on the line. Wouldn't be the first time I win a jersey. So Jovan, pay up. But yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Um, so yeah, that is my top 15 free agents this off season. If you're tuning in late, make sure you go back and rewatch, share it with any baseball fans that you may know, subscribe to the channel so you are not missing out on future videos. And now that that's over, I want to talk about this one thing that has been swirling around social media. Manfred, you talking about this golden bat rule. And for those who don't know, it's basically late game situations, you can bring up your best hitter. So, say you're down two with runners on second and third in the bottom of the ninth, and you've got Aaron Judge ready to hit, or Juan Soto, whoever you feel like is um, better in that situation, in the matchup, according to who's pitching, stuff like that. Of course, you're going to go to analytics. I hate it, but it's going to happen, right? So say you got a righty up, right? You've got righty pitching. So Aaron Boone decides to put Juan Soto in the situation. Meanwhile, he just batted two batters ago. I think that is one of the most dumbest things that you can come up with. I really do. Um, that's the beautiful thing about this game. The beautiful underdog story of your 7, 8, 9 hitters coming through clutch for the squad. Guys that you don't even expect. Guys that get a call up and they're put in that situation. What are they going to do? They're either going to make or break their season. It's it's getting kind of crazy, dude. And yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, exactly. A lot of banana ball. Savannah Bananas, I don't watch them. It's cool, whatever, dancing, blah, blah, blah. I respect the game, and I don't really like it, but dude, a lot of people like it. They sell out MLB stadiums, they sell out everywhere they go, right? Okay, cool. Not my cup of tea, right? Call me old fashioned, whatever, but it's just not me. But if mom, if Manfred brings that rule to this game where you're already putting runners on second base in extra innings, the ghost runner, you've got pickoff limits, you've got the time on pitches, the pitch clock. What else are you going to do to put the pitchers at disadvantage? And then you're going to complain about the number of injuries that are happening to the pitchers in the game. Manfred, don't sign off on this, dude. Do not sign off on it. Might have brought it up, trying to be funny, trying to do all that. It's stupid. It's really stupid. All right, dude. I've always not liked you. Don't make me hate you. Don't make me do it. All right, dude. Don't touch this beautiful game. Leave the game how it is. You've already tweaked it enough. Numbers are going up. Leave the game alone. Let the kids play. And that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss another video. I'll be back soon. Appreciate everybody that tuned in, showed love. Appreciate all the comments and the views, of course. Just want to give a shout out to all the people that commented. Jeremy, Joe, Dave. Appreciate you guys. Really do. I know it's late, but you guys tuned in and gave me some feedback, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, make sure you guys tune into the next episode of BWT. Until then, I am out. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.